dynamite.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage.
Join me for Princess Diana on Turning Point, Friday at 9, 8 Central.
Tonight we've seen some of the greatest entertainers in the history of television, each performing in their own special way with a style, grace, and wit that turned their performances into television's greatest performances. I'm Jimmy Smith. Good night.
Travel provided by Continental. Now one pass offers even more ways to earn free travel and upgrades. Continental, more airline for your money.
Beatle lookalikes, Beatle maniacs, and Beatle butt. Tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, how can money continue to be made off a band that no longer exists? 30 years later, Beatles business is still booming.
It's my 4th time on the Beatles tour.
Between old fans, new fans, and collectors, Beatle business just keeps getting better. You'll be surprised by what's for sale and how much it's selling for. Nostalgia for sale. Beatles business. A special report tonight at 11 on Eyewitness News, right here on Channel 7.
In business, you can't always count on an easy road to success. But you can count on AT&T, because only AT&T guarantees you a competitive price. Our 1-800-COMPARE Center will give you an immediate side-by-side price comparison. And we're so sure that our prices are competitive that if you don't agree, we'll give you 1 month's worth of long distance up to $500. These days, you can't count on much, but you can count on AT&T for the life of your business.
What made this year's Thanksgiving spectacle so special? Details at 11.
The Beatles revolution is in full force, but the band's breaking apart.
We were going different places.
Tonight, the Beatles talk for the first time ever about the end of an era.
That's the line when I think of John. Sometimes get a little emotional.
The final farewell, tonight on the Beatles Anthology.
I was influenced by acid and got psychedelic, you know, like the whole generation. But really, I like rock and roll, you know.
Just one of those things that happened, you know, as life went on.
We'd been into drugs, and we were, the next step then is, then you've got to try and find a meaning then.
That's where I really went for the meditation.
The Beatles seem to be among your supporters now. How do you feel about that?
I feel a great promise for the younger generation, because if the Beatles take up this transcendental meditation, they are the ideal of energy and intelligence in the younger generation, and that will really bring up the youth on a very good level of understanding and intelligence. I'm very happy about it, that they had my lecture last evening, and they talked to me for about an hour after the lecture. They seem to be very intelligent and alert.
And after the lecture we went, because, you know, that was one of the privileges of the Beatles, we could get in anyway. So we got backstage, met Maharishi, and, you know, I said to him, got any mantras? Give us a mantra. And he said, well, we're going to Bangor tomorrow. You should come and get initiated.
Yeah, we got up there. There was a big crowd at the train station. There was a crowd to meet us, and we all sort of wandered through in our psychedelic gear. and spent like a sort of, it was like a summer camp. And you spend all your first few days just trying to stop your mind dealing with your social calendar, you know, whatever's coming up. But it was good. I eventually got the hang of it. We all got the hang of it.
You know, you just sort of sit there and you let your mind go, whatever it's going, doesn't matter what you're thinking about, just let it go. And then you just introduce the mantra or the vibration, just to take over from the thought. You don't will it or use your willpower.
If you find yourself thinking, then at the moment you realise you've been thinking about things again, then you replace that thought with the mantra again.
I was really impressed with the Maharishi, and I was impressed because he was laughing all the time. He was just having a ball. It was another point of view. It's the first time we were getting into sort of Eastern philosophies now.
I don't know what to say, you know, we've only just heard and it's hard to think of things to say. But he was just a beautiful fella, you know, and it's terrible.
What are your plans now?
Well, we haven't made any, you know. I mean, we've only just heard, haven't we?
Yes, you know, it's much of a news to us as there is to everybody else.
I seem to recall it was a phone call that somebody came to us in this place in Bangor and said, I don't know who took it. I think it might have been John who took the call. And it was just, you know, blood drained from the face, you know, saying Brian's dead. And there was very little we knew other than that he'd been found dead.
I spoke to him Wednesday evening, the evening before we first saw Maharishi's lecture, and he was in great spirits.
I understand that this afternoon Maharishi conferred with you all. Could I ask you what advice he offered you?
He told us not to get overwhelmed by grief and to whatever thoughts we have of Brian, to keep them happy, because any thoughts we have of him will travel to him wherever he is.
Oh, what is it? What does it mean, you know? Our friend is gone, you know? More our friend than anything else. You know, Brian was a friend of ours.
I don't think there was anything sinister later that came out, all these, you know, rumours that it was